Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please, before we go any further, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you're gonna love it here. So as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about sadness and or seasonal depression. This is another hashtag Rada Rants video. If you didn't know, Rada Rants is a segment of my channel where I just have conversations that I feel like are close to my heart, or just conversations that I feel like are worth having a conversation about. So the reason why I decided to do this video today, because I've been in my feels lately. Ever since August started, I've just been getting very gloomy, depression-y vibes from it. And after a couple of conversations with my friends who also have felt the same way, I thought, why don't I just bring this to my YouTube and let's just chop it up with my subscribers. So if you've also been getting the same vibe from this month, or if you're also just kind of in the same place, do comment down below. If you don't know what to say, just leave a sad face emoji so that I know that we're in the same boat. So, seasonal depression or sadness. And the reason why I'm using seasonal depression, I don't want to say depression because depression in itself is a mental illness, whereas seasonal depression I feel like is just a normal part of life and can be put under the umbrella of sadness. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just the way that I see it. Great. So, I'm not gonna say things or list things in point form. I'm just going to be telling you guys how I've been managing my sadness and or seasonal depression, and I just kind of want to share with you guys. If you guys are in the same boat as well, please do share how you manage times like these in your life as well. I'd very much like to know, and I'd like to put them into practice in my own life. So yeah, I think the first thing that I want to say about this topic is that emotions are temporary. First and foremost, emotions are temporary, happiness included, because if I was constantly happy, I would not be making this video in the first place. So the first thing to acknowledge is that emotions are temporary, you know. And this is not like a groundbreaking or revolutionary statement that I'm saying. It's pretty much common knowledge, but it's very easy to forget when you're in that state that, damn, this is actually gonna pass. It's not gonna be here for a long time. With that being said, I think it's also very important that when you are feeling this way, to just sit in your emotions. Not necessarily just sit down like I am right now and be like, I'm sad. It's important to just, there's kids screaming outside, but yeah, just focus on me. Sorry about that. But it's important to just, you know, feel your emotions, to just feel them, because I feel like whenever we're faced with problems or negative emotions, our first instinct is to always be like, okay, how can I solve this? How can I get rid of this? How can I move past this? Whole time you'll find that there is so much value in just sitting in your emotions and allowing them to be, allowing yourself to feel sad, you know what I mean? With that said as well, I think that doing that will not only allow for the emotions to pass quicker, because when you allow the emotions to just do their thing in your body and in your spirit, you're not restraining them in any way, and you're actually giving them the freedom to come, do their thing and leave, you know what I mean? That's why sometimes maybe you have prolonged feelings of sadness. It's because you're not allowing yourself to feel sad. You're just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, I know it's frustrating. It's very frustrating feeling sad, especially if you're in this place when you're not supposed to be. And the reason why I'm saying not supposed to be like this is because, first of all, you're always where you are supposed to be. That's just a fact of life that I believe in personally. But then sometimes you find that, you know, you're in the state, and then there's things that's happening in your life and you're meant to feel happy, and then it's just like, I'm not feeling it. Maybe it's your birthday and you're just supposed to be all happy and jolly, but then your emotions are just like, girl, it's time for us to feel sad. And you're like, come on, it's my birthday. Or somebody in your life has something good going for them and you're just like not and then all of a sudden it's like, no, this is gonna make me look like I'm a jealous person, or I'm not happy for this person. The whole time you want to be happy for them so bad, but your spirit is just like, nah girl, it's time for you to just calm down. It's time, not even calm down, it's time for us to be sad. But yeah, I think also another thing that you need to keep in mind while feeling all of your emotions is that you are still worthy of love. This is something that has taken me personally a long time to come to terms with, simply because I wasn't really taught that. Whenever, like, okay, let me just say, people like you when you're at your best. People prefer you when you're at your jolliest, at your most productive, and at your optimum, basically. When you're sad, a little down in the dumps, under the weather, they just kind of want to, like, get that away from us. Good vibes only, you know what I mean? So certain things like that, or those worldly beliefs, will make you feel as though when you are in this season of sadness and seasonal depression, you're not worthy of love, which is so untrue. So untrue. You are so worthy of love, even on your bad days. And again, this is not some revolutionary statement, but it's important to remember when you are in those states, you know what I mean? And so I find that doing a little self-care, and self-care doesn't necessarily mean you have to go above and beyond, you know what I mean? But like, just exfoliating your whole body, taking longer baths, having some hot chocolate, watching a movie that's going to make you cry, because I find that crying, or having a good cry, like those small acts of self-care are essential in order to, you know, just communicate to yourself that, you know what, I may be at this point, but I'm still worthy of love, you know what I mean? So those are kind of the things that I've been doing myself, and it's been making me feel so much better. Not even, and I'm not saying better to the point where it's taking me out completely, no, but it just feels like a hug to yourself. Like, okay, you're feeling this way, that's fine. Here, have some hot chocolate. Here, have a great movie. Here, let's exfoliate your body so that you feel nice and clean and refreshed, because you deserve it, you know what I mean? So yeah, those little acts of gentleness and kindness to your body are super duper essential. So sometimes you'll feel sad for a reason, and sometimes you won't feel sad for a reason as well. So personally, this month I've been feeling this way, and I've been in this place for no reason. I'm really the kind of person to dig, you know what I mean? And by digging, I mean I'm the type of person to do my shadow work. I'm the type of person that when I am faced with a certain problem or a negative emotion, and in this case sadness and like seasonal depression, I want to know, okay, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? I'm very, very big on journaling, and you know, like when I feel things, I'm not going to say my first instinct because that would be a lie, but my second instinct, if there is something like that, is to just go into my journal and just write everything out. Just find out, okay, what's been going on, looking at and assessing your life, and be like, okay, this has been going on, this has not been going on, so let's just, you know, I find that's what works for me, and that's how I personally manage to handle my mental health. And I'd advise you to do the same. Actually, if you didn't give it much thought, journaling is so beneficial, so beneficial. You'd be surprised at how your mental health can change in a space of a couple of weeks and months, you know what I mean? So yeah, Mufasa, why are you barking? Excuse my dog, but where was I going with this? Yeah, I was just saying, like, because I'm that kind of person, more often than not, I'll come up with an answer, because really and truly, the answers of most of the things, pretty much everything in your life, lie within you. That's why I'm such a heavy journaler, you know what I mean? So more often than not, I'll come up with those answers and I'll be like, yes, great. So this time around, it was very frustrating and difficult for me, because I was like, okay, I've been feeling sad for a couple of days. August is coming with those weird vibes, so what's going on? And then I'm here, and then no response, and it's like, no, there cannot be a response. There has to be a reason for the sadness. There has to be a reason, and the whole time there wasn't any reason. And sometimes like I'll go as far as, you know, trying to come up with little conclusions, be like, I'm sad about that thing that I was sad about a few months ago. I knew it. It's not true. Sometimes you're just sad for no reason. Sometimes you're just sad because you are sad, and that is okay. That is okay. It is perfectly fine to be sad because you are sad. Life is a series of ebb and flow, highs and lows, yin and yang. It's not for control and J. Like, you feeling sad for no reason is just life doing its thing, and, you know, just balance and harmony taking place. That's just it. And, you know, sometimes you do feel sad for a certain reason, you know, and if you're watching this and thinking, but Lerato, I'm feeling sad because of A, B, C, and D, or I'm feeling sad because of this reason or that reason, that's also okay as well. Again, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be in the place that you're in, regardless of whether or not you're supposed to be, like I had previously mentioned. It's okay, really. And, you know, if there is a reason for your sadness, again, it's important to just sit through it, and then also give yourself the space and permission to extract the lesson from it, because emotions are really tools of communication from our spirit. Like, your sadness tells you that you're not satisfied with a certain aspect of your life, or what somebody else is doing to you, or shows you that there's a problem that needs to be fixed here. And if you sit down in your emotions, and now I'm going back to that point, but like I'm saying, I'm not doing this, you know, but like, if you sit in your emotions, you give yourself the space to, first of all, tell yourself that your emotions, they can't hurt you, essentially. Although it may feel like it's hurting, like deep down your heart feels like it's aching, it can't really do anything to hurt you. Your emotions are simply tools of communication from between you and your spirit, you know. So yeah, and then they always teach you something, hence why I'm saying, you know, make sure that you extract the lesson from your emotion after you have sat down and listened to yourself. So I think that's all that I have to say about these emotions. I'm glad that I made this video, and I hope that it's going to be helpful to somebody else. Again, comment down below if you have been feeling this way, and if you want to state your reasons, you're more than welcome to share them in the comments or DM me. Do follow me on my Instagram as well. You can hit me up on there. And yeah, I really hope you guys liked this video. I did. It was, I feel like sitting here and talking, it was kind of like me venting in a way, so these are also helpful for me as well. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to make such videos. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me if you like these kind of videos and if we should do them more often, and then also comment down below which topics or what you'd like to talk about, or what you find is interesting to have a conversation about. So I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching once again.